So today we are doing the entrance build of Raindrop. This is a Kidcore themed island. I also changed my outfit. So what do you think? I designed this outfit myself. I quite like it. So what do you think? I have my impish horns and my impish wings back. They are in purple this time because it's Kidcore. But yeah, I only need my face paint back, so my eyebrows and my little cupcake on my cheeks, and I am back to normal. But for this build, I just need to take down these trees and we are ready to go. So after doing that, the first thing that I do is talk to Tommy Boy to ask him if I can move my house. I love the little house that I've got, but I think I'm going to make it the bigger version at some point because I want to change the colours of it to get to like a more Kidcore version. But for now, I'm not going to concentrate on the house build, so it's just going to stay like that. Then I chop down all of the trees around the area, but again, my axe breaks on the very first attempt. Raindrop Island is seriously not being nice to me. Everything breaks, I can't find iron nuggets, the villagers are awful on this island. I'm hoping we can turn this around by the end. Like, I'm hoping we get everything right. But I move the house and then I realise that it needs to be on top of the cliff. So I have to move this house 3 times because I want the house to be on a rainbow bridge. And I thought that it would look amazing if the house would be like the first thing that you saw from the entrance. And then I thought, well, it can't because you can't put a bridge right by the entrance. So I made this compromise and I thought, well, I'll finish off the house build in another build. So it's not completely finished, but you get to see some of it today. So then I put the house where it was supposed to go, but of course it doesn't line up. It is off to the side. Why doesn't anything in this game line up where it's supposed to go? Like, it doesn't line up to the bridge, which is really irritating. But at least the incline lines up perfectly, and I'm very happy about that. So you get to see that in a bit. I've used a new incline this time. I've used the blue incline and I love it. I think I'm gonna like mix the inclines, so use like the blue and the red incline each time. But yeah, I love it. So after I'd finally moved the house to where it needed to be, after 3 attempts, I then started to work on the terraforming of the bridge to make it all the way up to the entrance. So this took a while, but I didn't want it to go too close to the entrance because I wanted to be able to fit the incline and the city path before I get to the airport. But in hindsight, I should have probably done the city path first because it didn't measure out quite right. Like, it's not quite even. It's an odd number of squares, but it's done now. I can't do anything about it. Like, it doesn't look odd when you like walk around, but I know it's an odd number of squares and that irritates me. Now you know it's odd, you probably can see it too, but if somebody was to walk around, you probably wouldn't know it was an odd number of squares. But now I've told you, you now know too. So, welcome to my burden. So I designed all of these custom designs myself. I'm not doing an Animal Crossing hard mode island, but I'm taking inspiration from some of the rules and I'm designing all of my own custom designs. So the dress that I'm wearing is fully my design. All of the custom designs that I've made are mine and I absolutely love them. I will release like my creator code once I've uploaded them and things, so don't worry about that. It's all in a Google Doc as well, all of the inspiration that I've taken. So if you need any help, that's there for you. I also get to meet Lloyd again, which is awesome. I love Lloyd. He's my favorite NPC of all time. I love him to death. I mean, just look at him. What is not to love? Then I start with the tedious task of adding the dirt pathing everywhere around the house before laying down my custom pathing. I do this so that one, you can see it on the map and so you know where all the pathing is so that it looks better, because you can't see custom pathing on a map. And then two, apparently the dirt pathing changes the colours of your custom designs. I personally don't see it. I don't see a difference, but the light dirt and the dark dirt sometimes change the colour of your custom designs. It makes them stand out, like more vibrant or more colourful. So depending on what you want, maybe try and experiment with the two different ones and see how it looks. But again, personally, I don't see a difference, so I just use whichever one, to be honest. But that's just me. But yeah, this is the custom design, the rainbow bridge that I made. I absolutely love it. The strawberries are super duper cute and I love it. I do skip a bit of footage here because I am not concentrating on the house area, so I'm just laying down some custom designs that will probably change over time. The rainbow bridge won't, but probably around the house will change. And then I literally just lay dirt pathing absolutely everywhere down below the house and up to resident services. So I literally just skip that footage because it's boring for me and boring for you. So, and you'll get to see it all at the end as well. I'll show you the whole area, so don't worry, you won't miss anything. And then after the dirt pathing is the fun bit. It's adding all of the Kidcore stuff, the brightly coloured decorations and the pastel city road custom designs that I created and that I can't wait to see what they look like all together on the ground. Like, I've created them, but I haven't put them all together on the ground somewhere. So one, I don't know what they look like all together, and two, this is the first build that I've done with them. So they could look awful and I might need to change every single one of them. So let's have fun, shall we? Because it's a city theme as well, you know that the medieval buildings and storefronts have to come back out. But I get to use every single colour variant of them and it's so much fun to me. Like, I love the brightly coloured options of them, like you get the yellow, the pink, the blue. I love those colours, so I'm so excited to bring those back. And I'm basically making like a little shopping row in front of the cliff just to basically hide it, and then using the city pathing, I made it go all the way up to the airport so that when you step out of the airport you step straight onto the road. And I've never done that this way before, so I wanted to know what it would look like, and so far I don't hate it, so that's a plus. And then I left the right bottom hand side mostly empty because I need a way to get to that side of the island at some point. So I think I may have that half and extend the city road that way. So get rid of the pastel tiles that I've put there and just extend the city road. But I'm not sure yet, like I'm not sure how to get to that side. Like, I might just put it from resident services, or I might do resident services and that side. I'm not sure yet. As this is my very first build on the island, I still need to work out like what I'm doing, how everything is going to look, whether I'm going to keep any trees, like any flowers, any nature bits. What I've done on the right hand side by resident services is I've kept one of the cedar trees and put like a garden wagon and stuff. So I need to decide whether I'm going to keep it like that or whether it looks weird and I'm just going to get rid of all of the trees and keep it very city themed. and maybe add more junk to the island. So it's full of stuff. I don't know whether to do that, like add more stuff to the entrance and just add more custom designs everywhere. I'm really not sure. So I need to kind of keep this build, like walk around it a few times, see what looks good, see what needs to be changed, if anything needs to be changed, whether I need to like restart the whole thing. Because I've never done Kidcore before, like at all, this is a brand new theme to me. I've done City, obviously, like plenty of times. City is very, very comforting to me. City themes are my theme, but I've never done Kidcore, so this is very new to me. Then I put down a diagonal line all the way to resident services because I wasn't sure how I was going to get there. And this gave me a good excuse to use my favorite design of all time, the custom design that I made. It's a custom design of a road, but the pastel tile with it, so that you don't have a gap in between the road and the tile. You can see I've just used it now. So usually the diagonal road would come with like a transparent back to it. So you'd have a gap and then you'd have like your tile next to it. And I didn't want that. So I've actually made it so that you have your pastel tile and then your road on top of the tile. And oh my God, it looks amazing. There's no like gap in between. I am obsessed with this. I absolutely love it. I don't see many of these custom designs at all, and I love how it turned out. I love it. I'm obsessed. After I did this bit of the road, like I finished all of the city road, I did the little squares as well, and I put some little steps here as well, so you're like stepping into the resident services, which is super cute. I did these steps like by myself without a reference because I had one step reference, but I couldn't work it out for the life of me how to figure it out, because I think I was doing like a bright blue step, obviously, and I was copying like a stone step, and it took me a good 2 hours, and I was like, I can't do this. So I literally scrapped that 2-hour custom design build, and I just like, I gave up. I did another custom design and then came back to it without a reference and just kind of like did it myself. And yeah, it worked out fine. So I've got a bright blue step. Then I add all of my pretty custom designs that I did with the road. I added the panda. It's right next to resident services, so you can see it literally as you walk next to resident services. My favorite panda. I'm obsessed with pandas. I love them to death. My favorite animal. So I've got that. And then I get rid of the apple trees out of this weird square I've created. I think I'm just gonna put some medieval buildings all around to create like a big building eventually. But I was concerned that I was running out of time, so I've just stuck like some storefronts there. It looks good for now though. So, and it fits nicely. So that's what that corner is for now. But I think I'm just going to create like a 2 or 3 tier building eventually out of that. After that, I concentrate on the left hand side. I add like yellow and pink items here that are really, really super cute. The drinks machine that is pink has a little heart sticker on the side, and I didn't realize until I stuck the pink drinks machine down. And it looks really cute. It fits in so well. Love it. But because this is my first build, I don't have many items in this build. I mean, I have a lot, but not many items. So let me know if you think I should add more items to this build. Like if it should be a bit more like overrun with Kidcore items. Like because it's a city, maybe it should have more crowded items here. Like, do you know what I mean? So let me know in the comments if I should add more items here. As I was doing the left-hand side, I was getting overrun with the presents flying through the sky while I was doing this. I don't know why. Like, why was this happening? So they just kept coming. So in protest, I shot one down and I left it on the floor. And it's going to stay there. So after everything is finished, let's show you around. So straight from the airport, this is what the finished build looks like. You go straight onto the city. Obviously I haven't finished the left hand side. It will continue on. You come up straight up to the incline and you have this beautiful strawberry rainbow bridge. I added some park fencing. For some reason I can't change the colour of it and that's frustrating, but I will eventually. There will be different coloured fencing and it goes all the way up to my house. But if you come back to the airport and turn right, you then come to the diagonal path all the way and you've got this cute little seating area. I think I might make this part more city pathing to go to that side of the island. That's why I've left that blank. But follow the diagonal pathing and you've got this little area that's quite clear, but more like storefronts, and then a cute little place where you can sit, and it takes you all the way to resident services. And there's a damn present! Oh my god. But yeah, that is the finished build. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below whether you think I should add more items or change anything, because this is my first Kidcore island. I am open to all suggestions, so please let me know. As always, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you can catch up on this Kidcore themed island. You can click on the right to see my last island, Tangerines, entrance build. Have a fantastic rest of the day wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!